Hey guys, it's Gucci. It's been a bit since I've made a video. There's a few I have in works. And now I wanted to just show off a mod pack I've been working on, called SCP Y2K, which is a tactical shooter survival type deal. You go in with a bunch of people. I'll eventually have some free servers for you guys to join and test, or you can go in the description. There's going to be a link for the Discord, which is very work in progress. But we'll get it set up by probably the middle of the day today, in like an hour or two after the video is posted. I wanted to just show off a few of the things we have in it. So things you're going to have to worry about is things like thirst, temperature, sanity meter, if I remember correctly, there is in there. The limb system is in place, so you need to watch out for your limbs. And obviously, around the world will spawn guns and chests. A few different gun mods as well, with full animations. I will show you just a few of them real quick. And when you spawn in, you will have epic fight enabled for all the melee fights you can have in the game too. Just disable it. There is built-in leaning. There's proning. You can aim in with the guns. Every gun has its own unique animations, and you can customize them with attachments and certain things like that, as well as the server does have physics for glass will break, so gunfights will be pretty interesting. No camping, snipers work as well. There's scopes, armor with night vision, tons of different armor that's fully modeled, and a few mods, so that if you get bored of one armor type, there's also that, which we'll talk about in a second. Things like fully modeled armors for different factions of SCP. You can press the buttons, and can't remember. I'm not in survival, I believe, so it's not going to work. But it'll activate it, and yeah, you can do things like get night vision. Here's some of the. Show you some of the gun physics. And there's that. Okay. Another thing there are. Where is it? Nuclear work. So if you guys know how to launch ballistics, how to work with the nuclear science and the electrodynamics and ballistics mod, you will be able to get into the explosives, the thermonuclear stuff, things like that, which I'll explain in 1 second as to why you're gonna eventually want to get into that. Now, really, before anything, I want to show off the physics, because the physics are really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna play some TNT here. Hopefully it won't crash my game, because I'm still trying to optimize everything with all the mods in it. But there are more cool looking physics. There are also a few shaders. I'll add some more so that you guys can play around with them. I'm not a shaders person, so you guys are gonna have to edit them to your own liking. But I'll give you a little peek. Hopefully it doesn't crash, because my PC is not the strongest for this. But the physics also work here too, so we'll just do a quick run. And buildings will collapse as well. Okay. If you do enough damage, they will drop. So let's see if I can get that trigger, but I'm going to turn off shaders. So yeah, this is going to look real damn cool for the fights in-game and stuff. Now, for the main attraction of this whole ordeal is, it is a horror shooter, not just a shooter like Tarkov and DayZ. There are a lot of horror elements, there are a lot of mobs that will spawn, a lot of SCPs. There is a blinking system as well. You guys will find out eventually for a certain SCP that's in the game, and to also spice up gunfights, so there's not as much camping, because the blinking can make it, if someone knows when your character's gonna blink, they can just jump out, blindside you, stuff like that. But this is where the fun begins. So time, set, night. Put them shaders on. And the game begins to look a lot darker. And things spawn. More zombies. Not just zombies. There are a lot of scary things in it, but the main enemy is the Flesh That Hates mod. which is a mod I'm sure a lot of you have already heard of and seen in mod packs. There's chests all over as well, so that you can find food, materials. There are even weapons in some boxes if you're lucky. But yeah, the shaders are running pretty fucking horribly for me right now. I'm not gonna lie. So let's shut those off for now. But I will add some more optimized shaders, like I said before, or little animations. Here's something we got over here. Peripheral jumper. Oh, it's those things that in survival, these things scare the shit out of me. They will run away from your peripheral vision and hide. They don't really do much, I don't think. Let's see. Okay. But here's an example of the worlds. They will go on and on. There are bridges. There are all sorts of things. That scared the shit out of me. Oh, well, here you go. Here's the first SCP. So there's gonna be these bridges. There's gonna be a lot of things, and just for fun, because I know we all want me to do it. All right, we all know. We saw it and we all had the same idea, so I just had to do it. So look how cool that shit looks. That looks dope. How about I run with shaders? We'll test shaders with it. Oh wait, what the fuck is this? Yeah, that's another thing. Pay no mind to that. And just because of that. Just so we can see how it looks with shaders and hopefully won't crash my PC. Oh, only one blew up, but...
I thought treatment would interrupt my life, but 1 pill a day was easy. With a 98% cure.
Alright, yeah, that was sick. Cool. And there are obviously a lot of immersion sounds for sounds. Or for mods for sounds. There's the actual footsteps, so that you can hear footsteps of other players from far and mobs. I accidentally broke down a building. If you break some supports, the buildings are old. I believe it's those ones. Cracked blocks will break. That's the ones that will break a bunch of blocks around them too. So keep heads up for those. So if you need to escape from something or someone, you can use those. And there's that crawler thing doing the crawler thing. A very important part of this mod's transportation is going to be these tunnels that you will find around the place. You will find them by going into buildings. You can crawl into them. There's another freaky creature. So I'm just going to dig in and I'll show you what it looks like in them. Alright, so you'll eventually come into these rail systems of sorts, and they will take you across the map safely a little better. So you can bring a minecart with you and just take through the railroads, transport to other cities, let you avoid other players. I was hoping I was going to break the line. But the thing about these tunnels is that they are completely underwater. Most of the time, other times they're just around caves, but for the most part I have found they are underwater. And to find places like other buildings, you'll see on your minimap out there, so you can just dig this way, find it, or you can just keep headed out these ways until you find a subway and you can leave. There's a lot of decorations too. But yeah. So there's another really cool type of tunnel I'd really like to show you guys. There's completely open underwater tunnels with glass. I'd like to show off more of the physics of the glass in these tunnels. Alright, well, we found one of the glass tunnels I was talking about. Oop, there's the shaders. So let's get some TNT. It's got a flint and steel and a gun. So if you're being chased in the tunnels by a player or a monster or something you can't kill and you just really want to avoid, just look up to the nearest glass parts. And there you go. Create yourself a good little escape. You can even use this TNT. Oh, there we go. And just probably collapse the whole tunnel in. Okay, the physics for this pack are gonna go fucking crazy. Like, I know you guys are gonna have fun with it. The attachment system I can also show off real quick. So, say you want a site. Let's say suppressor. You can also press shift and it shows you all the ones that can equip it. So, yeah, this should be good. While you have the weapon open, you click your key, which you have to do your hotkeys and stuff for the game. Put your scope on, put your muzzle on. Boom. Ooh, I also forgot to show you guys. Tunnels will collapse if you mine them enough. So there's another way to escape the underground, or if you have a bunch of explosives, that's something cool you can do. I'll show you a demonstration of explosives. So say your friends are being chased by you and your partner, your friend, you yourself, you're being chased by a bunch of players or a high bunch of level enemies. Just place a little wall of TNT, and watch this. Gives you the perfect escape. Well, that was not a good example. Come on, alright, let's try that again. Alright, so let's try this again. So, oh no, you're being chased by a bunch of mobs, and then you just drop the explosive. Dude, not us. Okay, alright. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. One second, let me fix this. Alright, so let's try this one more time. Alright, so, I don't know. We'll work on it in a better format, but if you find some cracked cobblestone on these walls or anything, in certain spots that you see that it doesn't look supported, you can break blocks around. Oh, there we go, there's a good one. And it will collapse. It will cause a bunch of drops. Any of the support ones will do it really well, like these, if I remember correctly. Will. Yep. Yeah, that one did it. So yeah, be careful with the breaking supports unless you are genuinely trying to escape. Here's another different type of city. More of a suburbs looking area, I guess. Going to no shaders. There's a lot of different types of towns, cities with all the mods that I've worked together with and tried to add some form of compatibility for all of them, which has been a pain in the ass. And here's what I've been... Oh lord, I'm dying. Sorry guys, I'm sick. But this is the flesh that hates. These guys are really dangerous. They are like the Skulk, but from SCP. If any SCP fans know, you know. So, in here, in these buildings, there's going to be a lot of really expensive stuff, generic Minecraft loot, but I'm going to make a system so that you can just decraft it all into its original versions. But yeah, these guys are terrifying. And this is where the explosives will come to play. As you guys know, this mod makes it so the virus can spread, or whatever you'd like to call this ordeal. So, this is where you guys are going to come into play with ballistics in the servers. You guys are going to be able to nuke it, cleanse it, blow it up, do whatever you want, even for all of us that don't have the greatest expertise into it can get involved. There's just generic ones like this one.
For the next game.
But the goal will be to eventually just slow the infection down. Use these explosives to cleanse it and get rid of it. Like this. This explosion will have quite a delay, but that's about to go off. Oh god. So, yeah. You can do that. Which is gonna suck for anyone in the nearest radius, but as long as you clear out the radius of the explosion, should be good. I'm more scared of when you guys get into the ballistics of how the server's gonna run, so that's why we're gonna be doing a stress test. And I'm definitely gonna have to kill all the entities for now. I might just make so tiles don't drop, because, I mean, you're not really going to be building much anyways. You'll probably be finding materials to build, like metal, make metal blocks to build reinforcements. But yeah, that's everything I basically wanted to show you guys so far. The rest I want to leave up to a surprise for the upcoming videos and a test video with a friend of mine. If you find this project interesting, if you have a strong PC and would like to stress test for me, click the link in the bio for the Discord. And thank you guys for checking the video out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.